Hello Nikki, hello Transport Evolved. I hope you all had a lovely weekend. I had a very nice weekend off. I drank a beer, just the one, but it was lovely. It was cherry. Just to sum up your thoughts on Chargemaster, it's been really interesting seeing the reaction of EV drivers over the past couple of days. A number of tweets I've seen have actually had people timing their rapid charge events to see how long they take because of the way the Chargemaster are charging rapid charging per half hour. And it seems everyone I've seen, myself, has been longer than 30 minutes, 37 minutes, 34 minutes, that kind of time to get an 80% charge from wherever they were when they plugged in. Now, this means they get charged twice for the rapid charge, making it £17 per rapid charge, which I think everyone will agree is a tad too much. So how do we fix that? Can we tweak the car, maybe, so it will accept more power faster? Maybe that would help. Or maybe Chargemaster just need to change the amount they're charging for a rapid charge. You asked me who the average EV driver is, and it's a really good question, and I haven't seen that much of a correlation. Maybe there just aren't enough sold at the moment, but there are right-wing people, left-wing people, hippies, kind of me, people who are really conservative, businessmen, non-businessmen, people who want something cheap and affordable to run on a daily basis, people who have a bit of money and want to show they've got a bit of money. There seems to be a really wide range. There are two things that seem to unify them. There's one, a kind of love for the environment, the idea that they understand that they are part of a wider community and want to make the world a better place, be that in lowering emissions, having less of an impact themselves, but they see society. They're not inwardly focused on themselves, they're outwardly focused on the community. And two, it is about saving money. So these people buy things like solar panels, solar heating, ground source heat pumps, electric cars, because in the long run they're going to save money. And yes, you have to have a little bit of capital up front. It comes down to how people choose to spend their money. And me and my other half, we choose to spend it on things like our car, which are allowing us to have more money in the longer run than in the short term. And that's the decision we've made. And I guess that, I think, unifies average EV drivers more than anything else at the moment. What do I want to talk to you about? This is a weird one because it's not based on a news story, which I know was kind of the premise here, but it's something I experienced at the weekend. This weekend I had the e-up, which we've got as a press car at the moment, the Volkswagen e-up. And my in-laws, who I've been staying with, don't have off-road parking at the front of their house. They have a carport around the back, which you have to reverse onto. Now, me and the other half, we've installed a 13-amp socket there to allow us to charge our car. Reversed the e-up onto the carport, went to plug in, got out the charging cable. I couldn't reach the charge port on the car because it was at the back of the car where a normal petrol, gas, diesel input into the car would be. And it made me start thinking that where we place that connector is actually a very important question. Having it on the side, as Tesla do, which is quite interesting, Tesla usually think about these things from a very electric car point of view, but Tesla have gone with quite a traditional placement, give or take, of a gas input for a car. Because when you fill up your car with petrol, you pull up alongside a gas station, a petrol pump. When you are in an electric car, you tend to front or reverse in, and the charging station's in front of you, at least in my experience. And so I had to do some jiggery-pokery with the e-up to move it around to get the charging cable to reach. And it made me realise that if I was charging the e-up on my driveway here, because I plug in the garage, I'd have the same problem. So placement of the charging port actually is quite an important aspect for something that's relatively minor. And I can't get my head around why Tesla would place it on the back passenger side, which is where it is in the UK. I don't know if it's on the back passenger side in the US, whether it's on that side or it's on the driver's side. Because it seems to suggest that Tesla think most people will be reversing into a parking space and have enough room on the side to be able to walk around and plug in. So why have companies chosen to put it at the side rather than the front or the back? My guess with the e-up is because of the platform of the car is based to take any drivetrain, that is just the fuel input area. The Soul EV is very cool and has this kind of automated hinged thing at the front. That's very cool. And again, it's at the front, and Nissan stuck it at the front. But Nissan maybe were limited to where they had to put it because they had to have two separate connectors, the Type 1 J1772 and the Rapid Charge, so they needed more space. So I want your view, Nikki, and I want the view of the Transport Evolved audience. Where would the best place for a connector be? So see you tomorrow, Nikki. I'm going to go write some articles, drink some coffee, try and wake up, do something with my hair. I know it's weird. Bye-bye.